taking a look at another interesting one, and I'll say right off, this is not one I'm super familiar with. However, I am a fan, and this one is a Bren 10. So a pretty interesting piece of firearms history here. Definitely not one you get to take a look at every day. So it's a 10 millimeter, 10 round mag, and I didn't do much research before the video here, but I'll give you what information I know, and I'm sure we'll get lots of comments with more accurate info or more details. First off, it was made, I think, in the 80s, not made for a long time, and just recently now it's going to be resurrected through VLTOR here in town, here in Tucson, and it eventually come out with the same name, Bren Ten, but this is the original. It's got the Raven, it's got the Bren Ten, it's got its fancy bushing. Interesting safety here. It's cocked now, so now it's on safe. There's also a hammer safety, which is a slide there. Here we've got its sight picture. It's fairly heavy. I think we've got a scale here. Turn that scale on. We'll see. Empty, with an empty mag, we're looking at 2 pounds, 6.8 ounces. So definitely not lightweight. I'm assuming this is 100% stainless. This is a plastic grip, not rubber. It's pretty aggressive styling, just from getting a shooting grip on it. Pretty aggressive little grooves up front here. Pretty comfortable. Sort of scalloped in places to let your hand get around. Unlike something like a Glock 45 or a Glock 10 millimeter, which are pretty big. And even I've got pretty big hands, but they're wrapping around pretty good on this large frame semi-auto. This is its original box. Don't see these too often because they were just cardboard. You can see made over in California. I don't think there's much in this box. And we do have the owner's manual. And I know this bores people sometimes, but this is a pistol that not too many people are going to see in real life. And I suspect I might not even get to see a manual again. So I figure I'd thumb through it here. It almost looks to be typed. Lots of writing, lots of detailed info, some pictures, lots of cautions and warnings. This was not one that had a lot of time to get developed. It was an interesting design. I know there's a lot of history behind why it was created and the history of the gun and the designer and the company, but not something that's off the top, I keep in the top of my head, so I'll depend on our viewers to put more details, fill in the gaps. Pretty interesting manual though. We're up to page 53. Looks like it has power seal rifling as opposed to your conventional. Looks like there was a 45 ACP. I know there was a version in 45. I didn't know it was a conversion. And then a 22 long rifle conversion. That's interesting. Pretty cool manual. And again, it's pretty rare to see an original Bren 10 with its original box and the original gun in such great shape. This one's over $2,000. They're high quality guns, very sought after by collectors. And I'll just set the gun down here, take the camera off the tripod, and do a little close-up. This one's definitely worth some close-up shots. So the Bren 10 and 10 millimeter.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.